Members of the jury, whether you find the defendant guilty or not guilty of felony murder, either way, you will then proceed to consider the crime of common law murder. Do you follow me? Whether you find a motive or not, that is, a motive for a killing is unimportant. A motive is not an element of any of the crimes that I will submit to you. You need not find a motive. That is not an element of any of the crimes. Now coming to the common law murder, that count reads, the defendant in the county of New York on or about April 14, 1974, with intent to cause the death of police officer John Mills, caused the death of police officer John Mills by shooting him with a pistol, and thereby inflicted various wounds upon him, and thereafter, on or about April 20th, 1976, said police officer John Mills died of said wounds. Common law murder is an intentional killing. Felony murder is a killing committed during the course of the commission of a felony. So now we are talking about common law murder and intentional killing. Now, as far as applicable to this case, the penal law defines common law murder as follows. A person is guilty of murder when, with intent to cause the death of another, he causes the death of another. Simple as that. Now, under this subdivision, there is no requirement that the people prove to establish that the killing was the result of any premeditation or deliberation. That is not necessary. All that the prosecution must show beyond a reasonable doubt is that a defendant intended to cause the death of another, and he, in fact, did cause the death of that person. So the essential elements of the crime which the people must establish beyond a reasonable doubt are, first, it must be established that it was this defendant who shot Officer Mills. Secondly, that the wounds inflicted upon him at that time caused the death of Officer Mills. And finally, it must be established that if the defendant did in fact shoot Officer Mills causing death, that he intentionally caused the death of the officer. Now, I have used the word intent several times. You will have to determine what the defendant's intent was, if any, if you find that he committed either of these acts. Intent is a mental operation. Therefore,